for all of us at Altitude Sports who have known you, who are friends with you, who admire you, congratulations, Coach Karl, on an honor that is a long time coming and well-deserving, man. I really, really proud of you.
You know, I've talked about it a lot. My family's joked about it. You know, we've trash talked about it. But when you get that phone call, you go quiet. You start realizing, oh my God, it's here. And you know, I told someone, I said I felt humble and I felt a little scared.
Yeah.
And those are two emotions I don't visit very often.
When did you get the call? When did you find out? Who called you?
Someone from the Hall of Fame. I think it was Tuesday afternoon, maybe Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was Monday, maybe Monday. But they wanted to keep it as quiet as possible, and I think they did a pretty good job of that.
Well, I need to ask you, because you've been so successful in your career, 6th winningest coach of all time in the NBA. The numbers say it all. But when it's all said and done, Coach, what do you want to be known for? Like, if I had to write a description of George Karl's tactics as a coach, what are they?
You know, when I was asked that a couple of times in my career, you know, the one thing I probably want to be, I answered it one time, and I think it's probably what I look at is, I hope I made Coach Smith and the Carolina family proud. That was kind of, you know, Coach Smith had such an impact on me, not only as a player and as a coach, but as a person. And he believed in giving back to the game. He believed that the game was a gift it was a privilege to play college basketball. And he was such a good teacher of how to be a man and how to stand tall and be loyal. And then I think from a basketball standpoint, I think the game of basketball is a we game.
Yeah.
And everybody that doesn't want to play a we game doesn't understand the game. And I think I think it's a team game. It's powerful because 5 good players can beat 5 great players. If you connect and you do some fundamentals at a high level. And you know, I'm blessed because I'm a 70, I'll be 71 this year. And I made a living on competing, on being a competitor. And that's what I like to do. You know, on the golf course, I like to compete. I like to, you know, when I play blackjack, when I play poker, I want to win. And then I think the thing that always stands out is sport makes friendships and connection and relationships stronger, more powerful, and more soulful. And I don't remember a lot of games, but I do remember a lot of friends. And I do remember a lot of mentors. And I do remember the guys that kicked me in the butt when I was too cocky or too arrogant. And just the last 24 hours of all the kind words, you know, it's soulful right now. It's very meaningful. It's, to be here. There'll be a dinner tonight, and a celebration tomorrow, and there'll be a lot of NBA greats.
Yeah,
there'll be a lot of NBA greats, and for me, I never looked at myself as a great. I think I did my job good, and maybe excellent in many years. But I also had good players, good coaches, and some reason the NBA gave me a lot of opportunity. I got in early, and I kind of always still had a job when I got fired. And So, and then you're part of a game that people don't remember that in the 70s, the game of basketball was fading.
Mhm.
I mean, there was talk of instead of expansion, but to cut back on some teams in the late 70s before Bird and Magic came on the scene. And then it blew up. It blew up when Magic and Bird got there, and then Michael, of course. And then in the 90s, it just went crazy. And the Dream Team, I thought that was a tremendous thing that lifted the NBA game, maybe. And I never ever thought the game of basketball that the NBA would be more followed and more valued than the college game. But I think today the NBA game is stronger than college basketball, even though college basketball is great. And you know, the Final Four is tremendous, but the popularity of the NBA game in the last 20 years has been unbelievable.
Coach, wanted to get your thoughts. You have such a long, prosperous coaching tree. You've produced so many great ones under your wing. And I know you evaluate coaches on a daily basis. We all do. What do you think of the job Michael Malone's done with this year's Nuggets team, number one? And what do you think of Nikola Jokic? Do you see in your eyes, is he an automatic two-time MVP?
I'm tired of talking about the MVP. I mean, come on, man. The guy was the MVP last year by a large margin. And he's got a bad hand with a lot of injuries, a lot of nightmares, and he's better.
Yeah.
I mean, this last month of basketball, think about it.
It's insane.
I mean, it's historical, that many triple doubles.
Yeah.
And we still want to find someone else. You know, now we're talking about Giannis. Now, you know, Embiid. And I'm going, man, you guys aren't paying attention. And then what I see about him that I marvel at is Jokic makes the game easy. And it isn't an easy game. It's a hard game. Anybody that's played pro basketball understands how bad you can be because you get your ass kicked a lot in the NBA. Most players do. But Jokic plays the game with such flow and rhythm and unity. Fundamentally, he's gotten to be a good defender. I never thought that was going to happen, but he actually has gotten to be a good defender. I just think it's a PR stunt.
Yeah.
That we're talking about the MVP. The MVP is Jokic. Now, they might not give it to him. That's why I'm so tired of him. Now, as for Mike Malone, I really like the year he's done this year. I think, the injuries, I think in the past, the construction of the roster created a lot of inconsistency. But I think this year, Mike Malone has really been more calmer about the bad hands. Sometimes he's been dealt. He's used the bench better. He had a bad bench early. Now he has a good bench. And I just think he's been in the present. He's now. He doesn't go in the past very much. He doesn't look for the future very much. It's about now. And whatever he's dealt, he's ready to play it. And I really think he's had a hell of a year, a good year. Everybody said what about his extension? I said, come on, he earned it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if he didn't get the extension, you should be talking about that.
Yep.
He earned the extension.
Coach, and you can speak to this better than anybody. Are you surprised by the way Boogie Cousins has responded here as a Denver Nugget?
I think Boogie, I think we all knew he'd come around to maybe understanding who he is and what he should be. And he's a little calmer. He's still a little.
He's still wired.
Right now, that 12 to 15 minutes, we get excited about. Hey, we're going to see what if we get. And, he's got great hands. He knows the game. He can score. He's not He's really a better defender than people think he is, except his transition defense is what has driven, I think, most coaches crazy in the past. But when you're playing 12 to 15 minutes, you don't get those bad run backs as much as you did before.
Yeah. Coach, this is the last one, and I'll leave you with this, because now that you're officially a Hall of Famer, I'll give you a stroke aside. That's a given. But I'll even take it further, Coach. I'm actually going to pull for your Carolina Blue tomorrow night. I'm going to do that. I'm going to root for your team just to make you feel better.
Well, I have a sneaky feeling that everybody thinks Duke's going to kick our butt and blow us away. And, you know, what happened in Cameron will be forgotten. And Coach K will go into the sundown. And, you know what? Come on, man. It's a basketball game. And we overanalyzed it. We over-emotionalized it. And it's going to be a hell of a game. I want it to be a close game. I think it's going to be a close game. And the one thing I think Carolina does better than Duke, they shoot the three better than Duke.
Yeah.
And how many games have we seen that the game is won by who shoots the three?
Yeah.
That's the personality of our game right now. And Carolina can get hot from the three ball. That's what I'm rooting for.
Coach, again, thank you very much. Nuggets fans, to all Nuggets fans that are watching this, they love you, and we're all cheering for you, and we all appreciate the fact that you're finally where you deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. Thanks, buddy.
Vic, you've been a good friend. I can't believe it's been as long as it's been, but you're the only one I'm talking to today, so go have fun with it.